Welcome back into Talking Fitchburg. Very special segment today. We'll tell you the deets here. You're going to have to stay tuned until the end to find out some news. But before we get to that news, we're going to start with this news. And you see this big nutrition label up here. It's beautiful. And it has everything to do with our segment today, which we are going to be talking about the truth behind the label.
Yeah.
It feels like it needs to be deep and dark. This is the label. And you need to know everything about labels. Erin, registered dietitian with Hy-Vee, is with us. Been putting up with my shenanigans way too long. Erin, when you think about looking at the label, I mean, everything's got it. And it can be like a lot.
Yeah.
Like, you're like, what is percent of what? Does it matter? I
Right.
don't know. Labels.
There's so many buzzwords on packaging these days to really catch the eye of the consumer. So first and foremost, when you see those buzzwords, just take it with a grain of salt at first. Always start with that nutrition label, where that's going to be the most reliable source of information when it comes to that food product. So you're going to have, the main serving size, and when a product says, it's a low in fat or a low in sodium, what does that really mean? Turn to that label to see, okay, is it low in those areas? And then also the ingredients. The ingredients are always going to be listed as the most abundant to least abundant of that ingredient in that food. So if let's say bread, we want to look for 100% whole grains in the first, 3 ingredients. You know that it is full of whole grains.
Oh my gosh, I did not know that fact. Like,
Yeah.
that's a crazy fact right there, just in the ingredients.
Right.
Just to start from the top down, immediately when I look at any of these, I'm looking at the serving size and asking why. Why are the serving size all over the place? And I feel like you really got to really look close at that one, because
Right.
they don't always just equal like what's in this container is a serving size. It doesn't always work out that way.
Right. And the USDA has been trying to fix that throughout the years as well. And there is some more developing regulations coming down from from our government, so that we have more of those realistic serving size expectations in a product. But yeah, sometimes it is only 10 chips versus the whole bag. And so just be aware, you might not want to eat the whole bag.
I laugh at this because I literally have counted out chips. Once started a diet, count out this is what this looks like.
Yeah.
And trying to wrap my head around can I do that? I
Right.
don't know. And whatever. Take it for what it is. Secondary, understanding the different categories. The health claims one, kind of interesting as well.
Yeah, so there are so many different types of health claims that are allowed on packages. Some are regulated, some are not. So it's good to be aware of those. And that's why I say, take it with a grain of salt whenever you're buying something new or you're reading the labels on the front to know, turn that box around, turn that container around, and read that facts label too to go along with it. So first and foremost are health claims. The FDA does regulate these, and that's going to be something that is going to help to improve or affect a health condition. So I always think about Cheerios in that way, because there's a health claim that is to lower cholesterol, because that has been approved by the FDA. They can't put that on a package if it's not going to help lower cholesterol.
Yeah, no false claims there.
Exactly.
What about just the content claim? What should we be aware of on the content itself? This is a healthy bar, or this is a healthy product.
Right. So when a product says it is multigrain, that would be a content claim. So it has multigrains in the product. That's where you can go back to that ingredient list and say, okay, are there multigrains in here? What are those multigrains? It would be like a whole grain, but what grains go into that multi? So is it going to be rice? Is it going to be soy? Is it going to be, soy is not a grain, rice.
And whatever the claim, she's
Right,
keeping
exactly.
you up. She's making a claim that's not really a claim. That's okay.
Right.
Also, too, if it says gluten, right, or if it's those are all would that fall under the same category? Because I think a lot of people are looking for gluten products. That claim better be legit.
Absolutely. So if you're looking for that gluten-free label, you're going to want to, verify that. Right, that is regulated. That gluten-free marker on that package is regulated, but also flip over the ingredients and make sure that there isn't a gluten product in it. Just as someone that might have celiac disease, you just want to be extra cautious.
And then going to the appeal. This is kind of interesting because you were looking at some of these things like, ooh, I mean, it looks healthy. It looks like it's supposed to be healthier, right?
Exactly, and some appeal to interest claims are going to be regulated by the FDA, but some are not. So, for example, organic, that is appeal. People are like, ooh, I want an organic product. I'm going to gravitate to that product because it says organic on it. That is regulated by the FDA, so a product does have to be organic and have to have the regulations that go along with it to be considered that product.
Yeah, and if you again, if you're looking at some of these back ones, like this one has verified non-GMO, gluten-free, plant-based.
Absolutely.
Like they're claims, but they're backed by specific organizations that approve that. So
yes, yep. So that non-GMO claim exactly is going to be another one of those appeal claims. So just always take it with a grain of salt and what you are interested in looking for while shopping. And right, could it be healthy? Yes, but in different reasons and what people may determine healthy for their body.
All right, 2 big questions on here. First off, the calories. When looking at the calorie piece, what do you recommend people make sure they're double checking on that, because that might be a little bit misleading?
Yeah, that goes along with that serving size we talked about. Mm-hmm. So looking at the serving size and what that calorie amount equates with. So like I said, if it's 10 chips and that's what the calorie size is, and you're like, great, I'm gonna eat, I only wanted 70 calories, but you only can eat 10 chips. You can't eat the whole bag to get that 70 calories.
What drives me crazy is like 2/3 of a cup or less,
Yep,
or
yep.
it says 2/3 or per can, which you can see that too. Maybe on a soup, you see you see the lower version and it's like a half a can, and then you see the full version. So
right, and
something to look for.
That's a new regulation that's come up in the years. So really great that consumers have stated they wanted more of that information about per container.
And then sugars. You've pointed up in the past, but
Yeah.
I think it's something that's big to understand. You have regular sugar on there, and then you have added sugar. What does that mean?
Yes, so you have the carbohydrates, you tend to have fiber on there because fiber is considered a carbohydrate. You might have added sugar and total sugar as well. So as far as when looking at that facts label, I'm always going to look at how much fiber is in that product. So a good fiber-rich food will have 3 to 4 grams of fiber for a snack food, or like a bread or something like that. And then also your sugar. So I'm always going to look at that added sugar where it says includes X number amount of added sugar, and we want to keep that under 10 for any product. I always think about yogurt when looking at added sugars, because yogurt will secretly add in more sugar to
No
make
wonder it tastes so
good.
darn good. It
right?
makes sense, yeah. Mm-hmm.
But yogurt is a really good health food, so if you can at least keep it under that 10 gram of sugar, 10 gram of added sugar, you are choosing a good healthful yogurt.
Yeah. Well, if you have any questions about the labeling, certainly you can reach out and talk to a dietitian and kind of work out this thing. But you don't have to freak out, I think, when you see the labels. And we've learned, I learned some things today that I still didn't learn, and I've sat with you, maybe because I wasn't listening. But nevertheless, it's good. But if people do want to ask questions or more, or get in contact, how can they do so?
Yeah, go to Hy-Vee.com/health and search for your dietitian near you.
All right, so it's been a very good ride, which can mean only one thing. Our beloved Erin is going to be moving on from Hy-Vee onto other things, and it's good for her. But I truly and sincerely want to thank you for everything that you have done, taking the time, putting up with, again, my shenanigans as I started off. But truly, it's been such an honor to be able to get together and do these things with you. You changed my life outside of here, which, that's a different thing, but it goes a long ways, and we just really, really appreciate everything you've done. Yeah. So congratulations.
Thank you.
Boy, are we going to miss you. This is hard.
I know. I'm going to miss you guys too, but I have to pass the torch or pass the plate over to you so that you can go on and teaching others on things that you've learned.
Oh my gosh. I've only asked for this plate every single time. So,
yeah.
Erin, thank you so much for the final time. Thank you for everything. And yeah, you can be healthier, smarter, working with folks like Erin, who do a great job each and every day. Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you.